prices of the year. Get new Nissan starting at $249 a month or 0% financing for 60 months or no payments till next year. And remember, more for yours and less for ours means you save thousands of dollars. Absolutely.
We're gonna drive to JC Nissan.
You are watching News 5 WCYB.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals pregame show is sponsored by Food City.
The summer practices are behind them in a matter of moments. The lights will be on, and Friday Night Rivals will be back. Tonight, we start our 10-week schedule with a big one as Elizabethton travels to Johnson City to take on Science Hill on Friday Night Rivals. Year 8 of live high school football on News 5, starting with a banger. Two teams separated by less than 15 miles. It is a battle of two true Friday Night Rivals. The voice of FNR, Casey Getz, sat down with Science Hill head coach Stacey Carter ahead of their season opener against Elizabethton.
Game week for the first game of the season, is it different than other games?
It's different because it's the first one, of course, and it's, but I've had a lot of first ones, so, it's not a lot different to me, but, it's, we're coming off camp, everybody's, things are going crazy for, as far as the coaching staffs, and the kids are putting a lot of hard work, and you're trying to get into the routine of game week, because it's kind of a relief when you get here, because it kind of slows down a little bit, because, the last week was camp, your camp's over with then, and now you're starting to get in that basic game week where, you have a routine that you go by, and, the kids get a chance to heal up a little bit. Even the coaches' schedules aren't quite as crazy. It sounds funny, but when you get in the season, it does slow down a little bit as far as that goes. But it's exciting, and but that's kind of how the first game goes.
What's your message to your team each year about that first game, about not maybe trying to do too much, because you said emotions usually are high for game one?
Well, I think you have to be, as a coaching staff, you can't be too complex, because, a lot of that's going to go out the window. I mean, it's going to be the highest level of knowledge that you have when you put in those stressful situations, so you better keep it simple. And the team that usually makes the least mistakes is going to win the game. So, you really got to be simple in your execution, not try to do too much. Play a clean ball game, don't make the big mistakes, jumping off sides, the penalties. I think that's what's hurt you. And just, once you get that first quarter under your belt, I think it smooths out a little bit. But usually you'll have some jitters. You see it in college, you see it in pros. No matter what level you go to, the first games are usually like that.
Looking back through the schedules, this will be the 11th straight year you open up with Elizabethton. What does this rivalry mean? How do you describe it? It's
the best for this area. So, I think it's two of the best programs in the area. Starting off right, we're right beside each other. They don't like us very much, and in the same way when we go over there, especially on the football field. And but it's exciting. They're well coached. They do a great job over there. They got great teams. Won those state championships. There's a lot of great things that have went on over there. So it makes this game big, and it's kind of bragging rights for this area, because you're just touching each other. They're a smaller school. They have a chip on their shoulder on that, and so it's going to be a really fun atmosphere, and it's going to be a really great game.
Well, you're breaking in. A quarterback will make his first start at Science Hill. Elizabethton has Red Slagle, his third year starting for them. What do you see from him on film?
Coach Witten's doing a lot of things with him, moving the pocket a lot, getting the ball off his hands quick, the screen game, throwing to the backs, throwing downfield. So, it's kind of a little different look. It's kind of more on the quarterback's shoulders probably than, Sean's done it lately. They usually are run first, run heavy, slow the game down type of team. I don't think you'll see that this year. From what I see in their scrimmages and the players they have, they're going to try to high tempo it and throw that ball. So we're going to be ready for it.
What do you look for this week for a couple of keys? If we do this, we could be successful on Friday.
Well, if we run the football is as much pass heavy as I think they're going to do, and we can dominate the line of scrimmage. If we can do that and move the ball, we're going to be successful. I mean, I believe anytime you play a team that is, I think we'll be more balanced probably. They'll be more throw heavy. So if we can be more balanced and dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, which, our strength, if you look at our strength in probably anything on our team, is our defensive line. I mean, a lot of people back, and they're as good as anybody around. So, that right there can set the tone. If our defensive line can set the tone and make them, just one-dimensional, I think that helps you out. And if we can be balanced and dominate the line of scrimmage on the offensive side of the ball, we got running backs that can carry it, and we definitely have a quarterback that can move it downfield. So I like our chances if that happens.
Now we've heard from the toppers. It's time to check in on those Cyclones. Coming up next on the Food City pregame show, the voice of FNR, Casey Getz, goes one-on-one with Elizabethton head coach Sean Witten.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Go long! Yes. Time right. Manny drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Now you can get a new 25 RAV4 with 4.99 APR financing, or lease a gas-powered RAV4 for $309 a month with 2 years no-cost maintenance included.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
Where are you going to find the best deals on furniture and mattresses this Labor Day? At the Zach's Outlet. Our inventory and deals change daily, so you never know what you're going to find. Sofas and sectionals, bedrooms and dining rooms, recliners, and more, with tons of accessories. And it's all the best brands you love at the lowest possible prices, even mattresses. And for a limited time, get 1 year free financing. It's the Labor Day event going on right now at the Zach's Outlet, right next to Zach's Home.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Serving you since 1952 in Elizabethton, Johnson City, and Roon Mountain, nobody contributes more to your community and schools than Northeast Community Credit Union. Our main office behind Elizabethton High School is expanding to serve you better and includes a multi-purpose community center for all to enjoy. Home equity lines of credit starting at a low 5.99% APR fixed rate. And we have the best rates and terms around for auto loans. Apply online in minutes at bemycu.org.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals pregame show is sponsored by Food City.
As one of the top Class 4A programs in the state, Elizabethton has always taken pride in being able to take down bigger schools. That's one of the reasons they will play this game against Class 6A Science Hill. Back to the voice of FNR, Casey Getz, and his chat with Betsy head coach Sean Witten as he looks ahead to the 2025 season, starting with the biggest game on the schedule in Week 1.
Our Friday Night Rival season will kick off with Elizabethton traveling to Science Hill. That game, we've done it on TV several times over the years. What does that add to this rivalry?
Anytime you're trying to, put your program out there, you're trying to market your players. It gives them spotlight. It gives them extra juice or, publicity to go out there and want to do well, And I think that puts in perspective, guys go through training camp and question why they do what they do, because that's the fun part, and then they can go back on and watch it later and hear their name called out, and I think it'll help us get a few extra TV timeouts as well. So it's just, not every team, can get that publicity. I think our programs benefit. We've played at ETSU 4 times already. I don't know a program in East Tennessee that's done that. Not even Johnson City's done that. So I think the ability to put your program on a big stage, I think it answers a lot of questions in those dog days of January, February when you're going through an all-season program.
What most excites you about your team in 2025?
Every coach has got that slogan, tradition never graduates, but, it's about the longevity, and it's about sustaining this success, and it's about year in and year out, trying to beat the teams that, you know, that are circled on your calendar every year. You know, it's like, hey, you know, how do you get better? How do you beat those guys? You know, just, you know, so much of just, you know, obsession of trying to find a way to get better, you know, and I think those guys motivate you. It's a new group, you know, as much as the experience we've got at the skill position wise, you know, it's the molding of the young men that are sophomores that are going to have to play, you know, the linemen, you know, and just figuring out how different ways to win. Those are the things that excite you as a coach, that motivates you each and every day to get back here. And then, you know, those are the moments that are the small victories that allow you to get to here and allow you to get to the games where, you know, all the hard work pays off.
This is a new scheduling cycle. You guys pick up Tennessee High, West Ridge in your non-region schedule.
Super excited to have that. We've not played Bristol in a decade. That's always been a big game for us. We're excited about having new matchups on the schedule. You know, Elizabethton, Sullivan South, Elizabethton, Sullivan North. Used to be some great rivalries, some great traditions. The first time playing West Ridge, you know, that's awesome. You know, it's always good to play different teams. You know, in our playoff run, like last year, we played Fulton for the first time. You know, it's always, these guys have grown up. You know, in football, we've not played Bristol in 10 years, so it's exciting to have a different opponent on the schedule.
Quarterback-wise, you've had some guys with many multiple-year starters, Carter Everett, Bryson Rollins, now Rhett Schlegel getting for his third season. What does that do at this level to have a guy make his third year as a varsity starter? Well,
it's not just about having Rhett, you know, being here for 3 years. It's about having all of our statistical leaders back as well. You know, our leading receivers are back, our depth at the running back positions are back. All those guys make it fun to be able to, you know, put a playbook together. And then just the experience, you know, been there and done that. Obviously played in some difficult games and then played in some hostile environments, but, you know, just the ability to go into battle knowing that you're on the same page, you got a competitor, and, you know, just the communication a year in and year out of things that we're trying to build on and where we want to go. It's just good to have that relationship when you take the field on Friday night.
You touched on putting a playbook together. When you have a veteran group back, do you expand that playbook?
I think you have to. I mean, I think it's our job. I used to think that I could have a direct impact on winning and losing. You know, now it's about putting in the guys in the right position, allowing them to go make the plays. You know, you kind of live and you kind of learn. You know, when I first started, I thought I could just outwork anybody in the business. But the other team's got good coaches, other teams got players too. And so the other team and the other good coaches, they're going to try to take away what you do best. So it's our job to, you know, get these guys lined up in different positions, the ability to give them the ball, let them use their talents and skill level. And then ultimately, like, you know, it gets boring, it gets to get old, you know, when you line up and run the same plays all the time. So we want to be creative. You know, Rhett's got the ability to put the ball in different places, allow these guys to show off their skills and their talents, and that's really the reason why we come together in the off season, is to kind of slowly develop, you know, the things that we've done in the past, the things that we've worked really that have worked well, things that haven't worked well. But yeah, you want to be a creative playbook to get these guys, get the ball in their hands, allow them to go make plays and win the games for you.
Up next, we will go inside the numbers ahead of tonight's game between Elizabethton and Science Hill.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
The Red Hot Summer Trade-In, Trade-Up event is going on now at #1 Wallace Subaru in Johnson City. Bring in any car in any condition and get $3,000 off any new Subaru Crosstrek or Outback. Plus, make no payments till fall. Or during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, buy any Outback or Crosstrek with 1.9% financing, or lease a new 25 Crosstrek for only $199 a month. You pick it out, we'll work it out. Shop the Tri-City's largest Subaru selection inside Tennessee's largest Subaru showroom. #1 Wallace Subaru in Johnson City. Right on the corner, right on the price.
Since 1937, Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank has stood by Northeast Tennessee with small-town values and big-time service. With 5 neighborhood branches, we offer competitive rates and free ATM access to make banking easy. Whether you're opening a CD or savings account, applying for a loan, or banking on the go through our free mobile app, we've got you covered, securely and locally. You're more than an account number. You're part of our community. At Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank, we're more than your bank, we're your neighbors.
Yeah.
Glad we got Jersey Mike's for the game.
Wait, Does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
Yeah, it does. That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what they're all about.
You on the cheer squad?
And upsy daisy. Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, don't worry about me. Focus on those subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Huge savings right now at Friendship Hyundai Bristol and Johnson City. New Hyundai Kona SE, $229 a month. New Hyundai Elantra SELs, $249 a month. New Hyundai Tucson SE, $299 a month. Nobody beats Friendship Hyundai Bristol and Johnson City.
We're dealing.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals pregame show is sponsored by Food City.
It is time now to go inside the numbers for tonight's matchup between Elizabethton and Science Hill. So come over here and let me break these numbers down for you. This is the 101st meeting between the two schools. Science Hill leads the all-time rivalry with a record of 57, 38, and 5. They also won the most recent game played between the two schools. That was last year, 35-14, ending Elizabethton's 4-game winning streak in this rivalry. There's only one thing left to do before kickoff, and that is to make some predictions. Steve Wilmot joins me next for the season debut of Prep Picks.
Local 538 Union Hall and Training Center in Johnson City is the trusted union for skilled plumbers, pipe fitters, HVAC service technicians, and skilled workers. Local 538 provides top-tier training, certifications, and safety standards, ensuring our members are job-ready and debt-free from that education. Contractors get a reliable workforce that gets the job done right the first time. We're building our country with pride and professionalism. Local 538. Skilled, trained, union strong. Since 1948, Ridgewood Barbecue has given people reasons to find Bullock's Hollow. It's off the beaten path, but worth every turn you make to get there. Award-winning pork and beef barbecue is smoked till tasty and tender. The smoked ham's a favorite, and when you add in beans and coleslaw or homemade blue cheese dressing, you'll thank the Profit family for all their delicious menu items, especially their secret barbecue sauce. There's no better present any time of year than a gift card from Ridgewood. Come get yours today.
When it comes to asphalt, quality matters, and at BG Paving, we don't cut corners, we lay them smooth. Driveway looking rough, parking lot past its prime, we smooth things over, literally. No shortcuts, no patchy promises. BG Paving delivers what your project needs, the crew, the equipment, and the experience to get your paving job done right. Around here, we don't half-asphalt anything. Call BG Paving today and make your asphalt the best it can be.
Welcome back to another edition of Prep Picks. Heather Williams, Steve Wilmot of ESPN Tri-Cities, TriCitiesSports.com. Back again. I think this is year 8 for you.
How about 10?
Year 10. Oh,
Time
my
flies.
goodness. Just Tennessee on the docket this week, but plenty to talk about. So let's get right to it, starting with a good one between Tennessee High and West Ridge.
Hey, Tennessee High's historically played all these Sullivan County schools. I was thinking today back to 1975. Yeah, that's 50 years ago, folks, okay? I remember games from 50 years ago. I got no idea where my car keys are, but I remember games from 50 years ago. Against Sullivan Central, a good one. 1981 against Sullivan South, a good one. And about 15 years ago, Tennessee High and Sullivan South are really good football teams. This series has been even up through 4 games. West Ridge won the first 2. Tennessee High won the most recent 2. Both teams have won a close game. Both teams have won a blowout. Coach Justin Hilton just remembers the blowout from last year. But both these teams were thinking about having a 2-quarterback system coming in. West Ridge kind of got their solved due to injury, so sophomore quarterback Justice Hilton, yeah, that's the coach's boy.
Name's familiar.
Yep, he will start the football game. Tennessee, I will go with Jack Richardson and Knox Kesey. But both these teams want to run the football. Make no mistake about it. Tennessee I's bread and butter Westridge, bread and butter, will be running the football. Eli Amex, outstanding running back for Westridge, Boer for Tennessee High. You've got playmakers on the outside for both clubs. Both teams historically strong in the line. Defensively, Tennessee High, like the middle linebacker, Fegans. The nose guard, Stevens, is really good. Westridge has countered and moved their two biggest offensive linemen to guard. So it's going to be a matter of, can they move the middle of the field? Can they move the football, running the football? Counterclockwise, same thing for Tennessee High. Whichever team can run the football is going to win this football game. The game is at Westridge. I'm going to take the Wolves, but it's going to be close.
I think this is going to be a really important year for Westridge because they've just kind of always been on the very outskirts, kind of sometimes sneaking into the playoffs in Class 6A. I think this needs to be a big year for them to kind of maybe establish themselves like Dobbins Bennett and Science Hill have and kind of break that up a little bit. I think Cherokee's kind of in the same situation in Class 4A. I think because of the size that a 6A school has, I do think they will be able to run the ball a little bit better than Tennessee High. Now, against their level of competition, I think Tennessee High has the potential to be a good running team, but I think Westridge is a little bit bigger, so I too am going to give them the slight edge at home, but I think, like you, it's going to be close. Another interesting game between two schools from different sizes. Class 5A, David Crockett at Unicoi County. What do you see in this matchup?
Well, coming in, you've got two experienced quarterbacks. First of all, you got Colby Jones, who's thrown for about 3,700 yards and 42 touchdowns, run for 19 more for the Blue Devils. You got Wynn coming back for Crockett. Both are three-year starters. I mean, you like that. You like a high school football team coming into the year with a third-year starting quarterback. More playmakers returning for David Crockett, however, than Unicoi County. They lost all their playmakers. They're excited about the ones coming in. I don't know that the Blue Devils have quite the home run threat with some of the new kids. I talked to Coach Hayden Shanley. One thing he likes about his Pioneers, first time in 8 years, he's probably not going to have two-way starters on the lines. I think that's going to pay dividend for a bigger school. I've waffled on this one all day because Unicoi still has Colby Jones, okay?
Right,
that's a big deal. But I'm in a situation where his playmakers are new and the depth up front for the Pioneers, I'll take the Pioneers on the road.
I think, having a Colby Jones on your roster eliminates some of the experience issues. It's kind of like on a smaller scale, but like having a Josh Allen or a Patrick Mahomes. If you put people with talent around them, they're going to find a way to get it done. I really am pretty high on Unicoi County. I think because of Colby Jones, they're going to be really good. It's a tough one for me. Much like you, I've waffled for most of the day on this one. But just to be different, I'll jump on the other side and I'll take Unicoi County in this matchup. Now, the marquee game. Friday Night Rivals game of the week. Elizabethton at Science Hill. So excited that we get this game back again on our station this year. Because, man, this rivalry is fun.
It is fun. It's not been fun for me because I think I'm 0-9. Okay, I really do. I may have gotten it right once or twice, just luck. But both these teams experienced, playmakers all over the field. Returning quarterback for Elizabethton, Red Slagle, can sling it. Science Hill's got a new guy coming in. He's not inexperienced. He's grown up with it. He's not going to wear number 11. He's going to wear number 16. It's not an anti-Florida thing for his former Miami quarterback father, but he's going to be wearing 16. Nate Clement, I talked to him in preseason. He looks every bit the part. With all those playmakers at Science Hill, if they can block guys, Science Hill's going to be able to score and score a lot. I'm going to defer to my son Parker on this one, who was at the Science Hill Greenville scrimmage and came away very impressed with the Hilltoppers. Parker says to pick the Toppers. I don't disagree with Parker. I'm taking Science Hill.
Well, I think you should just let Parker pick this for you based on what's happened in the past. We talked about this being a big year for Westridge. I think it's a big year for Elizabethton because last year they had to deal with something that they don't have to deal with very much, which is adversity. And you say 7-5, how is that adversity? For Elizabethton, 7-5 is adversity. So how do they bounce back from that? What do they have? I think that they are much improved from last year, just pure experience. I think that the desire to hold up the Elizabethton name is going to be huge for them. The road is also tougher this year because they have Alcoa now in Class 4A. It's going to get much tougher for them and for Greenville this year. But when you're talking about a 6A team that is as talented as Science Hill is this year against a 4A team, this is not still as good as Elizabethton is going to be this year. I think they're going to be very good. This is not the back-to-back state championship teams of a few years ago. They have some nice pieces and some really good athletes, but they don't have the numbers of high-level athletes that those those teams had. And because of that reason, I'm picking Science Hill. But I think both these teams, if the cards fall right, if Alcoa is not in Elizabethton's bracket until as deep in the playoffs as they can get, possibly see them, I think they're both poised for very deep playoff runs. I think they're both two really good football teams. But I just think being at Science Hill, being a 6A school, I'm going to have to go with Science Hill in this game as well. So, do you want to know more about high school football? Be sure to check out Steve's website, TriCitySports.com. You can also join me on Friday nights for Friday Night Huddle beginning at 11:15 on News 5.
Empire Ford is committed to doing right by you. It's time for a neighborly visit at your Empire Ford.
With more than 2 million scholarships and grants awarded and nearly $8 billion raised for education, it's hard to find anyone across the state who hasn't benefited from the Tennessee Lottery. Now that's some game-changing, life-changing fun.
From the creators of bacon, Applewood smoked ham. Ham and Swiss melts, 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
White Construction Company. Better, stronger, smarter.
Serving you since 1952 in Elizabethton, Johnson City, and Roon Mountain, nobody contributes more to your community and schools than Northeast Community Credit Union. Our main office behind Elizabethton High School is expanding to serve you better and includes a multi-purpose community center for all to enjoy. Home equity lines of credit starting at a low 5.99% APR fixed rate. And we have the best rates and terms around for auto loans. Apply online in minutes at bemycu.org.
Keep summer in gear at the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event. With a Rogue that offers more standard power than CR-V in Tucson. Frontier with a standard V6 unlike Tacoma. And an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus like Pathfinder or Murano. It's no wonder why J.D. Power named Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality. Hurry in to the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event. Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models. Or get $3,500 customer cash on Frontier.
Cater your next event with Chicken Salad Chick. Check out our fresh catering menu online.
High school football is back in Northeast Tennessee. The fans getting ready for the premiere of Friday Night Rivals 2025. So glad to be back with you. Casey Getz alongside James Cawley here from Science Hill High School. Tonight's matchup, Science Hill hosting Elizabethton.
Yeah, exciting game here in Northeast Tennessee tonight. Two big rivals kicking it off once again. We're going to see some great football here in Johnson City tonight.
And both of these teams have some pretty good quarterbacks. One a little more experienced than the other. We'll start with Elizabethton.
Yeah, for Elizabethton tonight, you can see number 8 there, Rhett Slagle. He's warming up there. He's a senior. He started 3 years for Elizabethton. Coach Whitten is excited about him this year and what he's done in the past, but he's going to add more to it this year. Completed 68% of his passes last year. Threw for 15 touchdowns and over 1,100 yards. Look for the ball to be in the air tonight from Elizabethton.
Science Hill also plans to throw it with their new quarterback.
Yeah, got a new quarterback in town, number 16, Lane Clement. He's a senior. It's his first year starting here at Science Hill. Coach Carter's excited about this young man and hoping big things can happen for him this year and for the Hilltoppers.
And his dad played at the University of Miami. We'll certainly touch on that more throughout the broadcast, but he is the pedigree, no doubt. Big matchup. The road team has won the last 4 in this series. The Cyclones hope that continues. Science Hill wants to end that trend, get a win at home for a change. What will happen? Find out. Don't go anywhere. The kickoff is coming up on Friday Night Rivals.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Since 1937, Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank has stood by Northeast Tennessee with small-town values and big-time service. With 5 neighborhood branches, we offer competitive rates and free ATM access to make banking easy. Whether you're opening a CD or savings account, applying for a loan, or banking on the go through our free mobile app, we've got you covered, securely and locally. You're more than an account number. You're part of our community. At Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank, we're more than your bank, we're your neighbors.
Since 1948, Ridgewood Barbecue has given people reasons to find Bullock's Hollow. It's off the beaten path, but worth every turn you make to get there. Award-winning pork and beef barbecue is smoked till tasty and tender. The smoked ham's a favorite, and when you add in beans and coleslaw or homemade blue cheese dressing, you'll thank the Profit family for all their delicious menu items, especially their secret barbecue sauce. There's no better present any time of year than a gift card from Ridgewood. Come get yours today.
You're looking at Founders Park in downtown Johnson City, courtesy of our Sky 5 drone, powered by Steve Huff Plumbing, Heating, and Air. We are almost set to go here on Friday Night Rivals.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Local 538 Union Hall and Training Center.
Welcome back to Science Hill High School. We are almost set now for a kickoff, opening night of the high school football season in Northeast Tennessee. Time now for the coin toss.
This evening's coin toss is sponsored by the Tennessee Army National Guard.
Tonight's coin toss, there's Larry Hutchinson, the referee. Science Hill wins the toss, and they have decided to defer their option to the second half, so Elizabethton will get the ball. Coach, how about our keys to the game?
Yeah, keys to the game tonight. First for Elizabethton on offense, they got to win the battle up front by protecting the quarterback. We're going to see that right off the bat where they're receiving the kickoff. And they also got to open up some holes for the running game if they want to put points on the board. Looking on the defensive side for Elizabethton, they can't give up the big play tonight. They must eliminate the long pass and the long run for a touchdown to be successful against Science Hill. Looking at Science Hill's side of the field there, the offense tonight, they got a new quarterback in town. He must handle the pressure in a passing game. The offensive line's also has got to handle the pressure in the running game. On defense, they're going to have constant pressure on the Elizabethton's passing game. You're going to see 2 big defensive ends tonight coming at it from the outside to try to shut Elizabethton down.
Carter Lockman will kick things off for Science Hill. And we are underway in the 2025 Friday Night Rivals season. This one is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Weather for tonight, it's cloudy, rain-free, and hopefully it stays that way.
Yes, for sure.
I know there is some rain in certain parts of the Tri-Cities right now, but thankfully none in Johnson City. There were a couple sprinkles here about 4:30, 5 o'clock. But we are ready to go. Here are the Elizabethton Cyclones. Again, Sean Witten, his 19th season as head coach at Elizabethton. Rhett Slagle, his starting quarterback, a senior, making his 3rd year as starter. He won his first start here as a sophomore 2 years ago, hoping to end his high school career his last time playing on this field with a win over Science Hill. Slagle's going to throw it on first down. Incomplete, a little high for the intended target on the play, Justice Wallen.
Yeah, Wallen was the H-back that time. You can see they had a bunch set over on that right-hand side. Good fake to the running back. He just rolled out, had him open, and overthrew him there on first down.
There's the Elizabethton offense. You're going to hear a lot of Wallens called. There are 3 of them in this game. Zach Wallen, Justice Wallen, and Jaden Wallen. So prepare to hear that name a lot for Elizabethton. 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass for the Cyclones. Slagle getting the play from Coach Witten. 3 receivers for Elizabethton. We've got the first flag of the season.
Yeah, it looks like somebody moved in there on the offensive line, so that's going to back them up 5 yards.
Offense, number 55.
Notice from first down to second down, a completely different formation there, giving a different look for the defense.
And again, Larry Hutchinson is our referee tonight. We had his crew a lot last year. They seem to get the big games. So nice to see them again. There's Coach Witten, offensive coordinator, as well as the head coach for Science Hill, or for Elizabethton, excuse me.
Yeah, signaling into play there. Still have one back in the backfield.
2nd and 15 from the 15. 3 receivers. Wallen in motion. Slagle's going to swing it out to Jaden Wallen. And he's going to get back maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Here's the Science Hill defense. It's going to be 3rd and long. Sawyer necessary. Hayden Cox is someone that head coach Stacy Carter really highlighted. He said he's probably the best defensive end in the area.
Yeah, they have 2 great defensive ends and also necessary back at noseman there this year. So their front line is back. Elizabethton had good protection that time, had plenty of time to throw the ball, but the defensive secondary came up there and shut it down really quick.
So far, the first 2 plays for Elizabethton have been short passes, 1 incomplete, 1 only for a gain of 2. 3rd and 14 for the Cyclones. Science Hill got some pressure up the middle, a little screen, and Science Hill read it perfectly.
Perfect play by the defensive lineman there, number 59 for the defense for Science Hill there. He came in from his defensive end position and shut it down. You can see everyone else rushed. He stayed there, and now it's 4th down. They're going to punt the ball.
Nice play there by Darius Dolacqua. 4th and long. Science Hill should get good field position. Branson Newberry back for the Toppers. He's standing at his own 40-yard line. This punt is not going to get anywhere near there.
Yeah, I think it went off the side of his foot there. Really bad punt. Elizabethton was able to get down the field and cover the ball, but Science Hill starting off in Elizabethton territory.
Science Hill's offense led by Lane Clement. His first snap coming up here is the Science Hill Hilltopper, transferred from Wyoming. Family moved here. His dad, Ryan Clement, was the starting quarterback at the University of Miami back in the mid-90s. Started 30 games for the Hurricanes. His son about to take his first snap for Science Hill. It's going to be a handoff to Aiden Perry. Perry cuts it outside for a gain, but then the flag comes in.
Yeah, Perry was back from last year. He was one of the best running backs last year. Science Hill's got a lot of speed at receivers, so we can look for maybe a long pass, but on first down there, Elizabethton was in 2 deep. So they're trying to get some help over top by the safeties.
The early call there was holding against Science Hill.
Holding. Offense. Number 5. First down.
Penalty against wide receiver Keenan McInturf, blocking there on the outside of that run by Aiden Perry. You mentioned back for his 2nd year at Science Hill. He started his high school career at Daniel Boone. Made a big impact last year when he transferred to Science Hill. So that holding penalty backs Science Hill up onto their side of the 50-yard line. They will make this snap from their 48. Clement going to throw it for the first time. A short gain on the play.
Yeah, out in the flats there to the H-back. That was Hill, and he was covered well.
Here is the Science Hill offense under the direction of Stacy Carter, his 16th season as the head coach of Science Hill. Ian Mathis, Aiden Perry. The receivers are the position. They're going to have some new faces at wide receiver this year for Science Hill, so we'll see how those guys do tonight. Some pressure for Elizabethton. Clement sees it, stays on his feet, able to throw it incomplete, but great coverage there by Elizabethton. Good pressure.
Great pressure by Elizabethton. What was amazing, he was able to get out of the rush to step aside to get rid of the ball.
Here's the Elizabethton defense. That was Jack Blevins on the pressure there for Elizabethton. Again, a lot of Wallens on this roster for Elizabethton. All 3 of them start on defense.
Yeah, you got 59 there in the middle, defensive tackle. He was played last year, Rainwater, for Elizabethton.
3rd and 13 for Science Hill. Elizabethton bringing 3, a screen set up. Perry goes out of bounds near the 40-yard line. That'll be 4th down. We'll see what Stacy Carter does here. The ball's going to be at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, the Cyclones had great defense in the secondary that time, coming up there with Mathis to make the tackle.
I think Elizabethton was given a sideline warning. And Science Hill's going to line up and go for it here on 4th down. From their own 40, from the Elizabethton 41-yard line, they get a man to jump.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were looking for there. With 4th and 5, you try to draw them off sides, and you get an easy first down.
Encroachment, number 50, 5-yard penalty.
Yep. They've been going on a faster count. This time it was a dummy call, and defensive end jumps over it, so first down.
It's still going to be 4th down. It's going to be 4th and inches here, so it was really 4th and 5.5, we'll say. So 4th and less than a yard. The ball now at the Elizabethton 36-yard line. And we'll see here Clement. He's 6'4" under center. And he's going to hand it off up the middle for the first down. Bounces it outside is Aiden Perry. Aiden Perry is going to take it all the way for the touchdown on 4th and 1.
Oh, just great blocking in the middle. Hit the middle, got the first down. His opening to the right. He makes a cut back to the right, turns on the jets, and gets into the end zone for a quick 6.
Our first Toyota touchdown of the season goes to Aiden Perry on 4th and less than a yard. He goes 36 yards for the touchdown.
In the middle, breaks it to the outside, and then turns on the speed. Nobody's catching it.
Tight roping the sideline, too. They're staying in bounds. 36 yards for the touchdown goes Aiden Perry. Carter Lockman in for the extra point for Science Hill. That's up and good. It's 7-0 Science Hill. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Go long! Yes. I'm right. Manny drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Get 4.75 APR financing on a rugged new 25 Tacoma. Or lease this well-equipped Tacoma for just $289 a month. And get 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
Local 538 Union Hall and Training Center in Johnson City is the trusted union for skilled plumbers, pipe fitters, HVAC service technicians, and skilled workers. Local 538 provides top-tier training, certifications, and safety standards, ensuring our members are job-ready and debt-free from that education. Contractors get a reliable workforce that gets the job done right the first time. We're building our country with pride and professionalism. Local 538. Skilled, trained, union strong.
Your Mountain Area Ford dealers are proud to recognize our News 5 Sports Scholar Athletes of the Week, celebrating excellence in academics and athletics.
Each week, News 5 and your Mountain Area Ford dealers will honor one student athlete from each of the schools playing on Friday Night Rivals for their accomplishments on and off the field. This week's honoree from Elizabethton is Ainsley Wampler. Wampler is a 4-year starter on the volleyball team and has earned all-district tournament first-team honors. She has a 3.929 GPA, is involved with student government, and volunteers with the Cyclones junior volleyball program. And from Science Hill High School, Aiden Vermillion is a 3-year starter in baseball for the Toppers at catcher, where he earned all conference honors. He holds a 4.4 GPA and volunteers at Northside Elementary, where his mom is a teacher.
All Scholar athletes have the opportunity to compete for a $5,000 scholarship to be awarded at the end of the season.
Welcome back to Kermit Tipton Stadium at Steve Spurrier Field. Science Hill, their first possession ends in a 36-yard touchdown run by Aiden Perry. Extra point made it 7-0. Elizabethton will get the ball for a second time, and Science Hill could not have drawn up a better start to their season.
No, anytime you get the ball, you kick off to the other team, you hold them, you get the ball, and you go down and score. Yeah, it's a great start to the season. Great start to any football game.
Lockman kicked one in the end zone, and there goes a second into the end zone. That is such a weapon at the high school level.
Yeah, every time you kick off, the team's going to start from the 20-yard line. You got 80 yards to go. Yeah, defensive coordinators love that.
We'll see what adjustments Elizabethton's offense makes. They did not get much going on their first possession.
No, their passing game was just really short into the flats. That was it. There's a little swing pass out there. So we'll see if they'll go downfield a little further. But you got to remember, these guys in the secondary for Science Hill, they're quick.
Opening night of the high school football season in Northeast Tennessee. Season number 8 of Friday Night Rivals. The first run of the game for Elizabethton. That's Jaden Wallen. Jaybird gets 5 yards, maybe 6.
Yeah, I think he weighs about 220 pounds, and he's a load coming through there. Good blocking over there on that right-hand side that time. Might have been McGovern and Raintree doing the blocking at the point of attack.
If Elizabethton's going to get 5 and 6 yards to carry, I'd expect that run game to be a little more involved here on this possession.
Yeah, you could see after that play, Science Hill made a couple adjustments on defense. A couple guys went out, new players in the game.
2nd and 5, it's going to be Wallen again, and he's got a first down for Elizabethton. They found something here.
Hey, looked like that time he might have run off the left guard, Raintree the center, and then to his left, and cut back just a little bit. But, yeah, picked up another 5 yards, got a first down.
All first downs in the first quarter brought to you by Window World.
Yeah, looked like the H-back came in there and stepped up in there and helped block that time. It's another Wallen. It's his cousin.
The first down of the 2025 season for Elizabethton. Slagle designed run here on 1st and 10. He's got a nice gain. Ball comes out. I think he's already down. But we'll see here. Now one referee points to down. Slagle did recover it anyway.
Oh, yeah, rode right to him. That's what you call a perfect fumble. You fumbled and the ball rolls back to you 2 yards down the field. But this year with the new rule, Casey, if it was a fumble, they would move it back to where he fumbled the ball. Is that correct?
That's what I was told, but you can kind of see there he believed he was down before that ball came out anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a moot point because he fell on it. Nice game, though, on 1st down to 6. Elizabethton, all runs on this drive. They've been successful picking up 5-6 yards of play.
Yeah, you can see right there, Science Hill defense, they did not move on the sound. Elizabethton was trying to draw them off sides. Now they changed the play.
Another run, but this time Science Hill is ready for it. Nyleek Anderson among many toppers in there. Also is Sean Ewing.
Yeah, the defensive end over here and the tackle on this side, linebacker, they shut it down quick. Coming from the outside there that time.
There's Nyleek Anderson, number 24. He plays both sides of the ball for Science Hill.
Yeah, he just walks up there from that outside linebacker untouched.
That was a loss of 2 yards on the play, so 3rd and 6 for Elizabethton. 7:25 remaining in the opening quarter. Slagle's going to throw that one wide of the target. Incomplete. Looked like he was looking for Jack Blevins.
Yeah, he just went down the field and just curled up there after he got past the marker for a first down. The pass was just a little high. Had enough time to throw it. Great coverage in the secondary.
Elizabethton will go into punt formation, but we did see Science Hill draw Elizabethton into the neutral zone on 4th and 6, and they ended up scoring a touchdown. Next play, we'll see here if Science Hill was more disciplined. They are. Punt is away. This one will take an Elizabethton bounce out of bounds, so near the 26-yard line for Science Hill.
Yeah, Science Hill's going to have a good field position, but nothing like they did last time. Once you get out past the 25-yard line, you feel good.
There are some flags on the field, though, so we'll see. There's 2 flags near midfield.
Elizabethton has to be pleased with that punt compared to the last punt. Even though the Hilltoppers are backed up a little bit, they still can use their full offense where they're starting at the 26, 27-yard line. And we'll see what the penalty is. They might be backing up, might have held going down the field.
Yeah, it looks like a personal foul against Science Hill.
Personal foul. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Head-to-head contact there, 15-yard penalty, so that'll put Science Hill inside their own 15.
Yeah, now they're definitely backed up. You can see those splits in there. They're a lot tighter. Got 2 tight wings. Got 1 wide out. I don't know if they would do it with a new quarterback in this field position right here. Try to fake the ball up in there to Perry and hit him deep.
I think where that ball went out, It was inside the 30, so they couldn't do 15 yards. Had to be half the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
They moved it out to the 13-yard line. Aiden Perry back in at running back, and we got a flag to blow that play dead. But Perry's like, hey, I still got a tackle there. That play doesn't count.
Yeah. I think they must have had movement on the offense over here on this right-hand side.
Prior to snap. False start. 55. Offense. Half the distance. First down.
As a coach, I'd imagine, do you have a little more lenience for penalties in game one of the season?
Maybe, but you don't want to see a penalty when you're backed up like that and you're jumping off sides. There's no reason for that. Listen to the start count. Listen to the start count. Don't penalize.
So the answer is no.
The answer is no.
Okay.
You're penalizing yourself, penalizing the team. It's like, yeah, this is not good.
1st and 15 for the Toppers. Now inside their own 10-yard line. They give it back to Aiden Perry. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they pulled a guy on that. He came over to the right side to block, and then Perry cut over on the left side, was able to get some positive yards there.
And that's what happens when you have a penalty. Instead of 2nd and 5, it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and so, yeah, you're still behind the chains right now. They're hoping to pick up at least 5 on this play right here so to make it 3rd and manageable. They're still in there pretty tight, except for the two wideouts on the right side. It's
Clement is going to roll out, find one of the H-backs across the 20-yard line. Nice gain on the play right there. That's Hayden Smith.
Yeah, Smith that time, he just rode out to the flats, and you can see a really good fake there in the backfield to Perry. Didn't just roll out, fake the defensive end out. And here he's out here gaining valuable yardage. So it's 3rd and manageable now.
3rd and 3 for Science Hill. They're going to stick with Perry. And they might have got Elizabethton to jump again.
Oh, wow. I know Coach Whitten has to be like, I can't believe this, guys. Watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Encroachment. Defense. 54.
Yeah, the bad part about that is, you're right there at the line of scrimmage and you jump off. It's like, whoa.
That's a window world first down for Science, so they will certainly take it any way they can to keep this drive alive here. Under 6 minutes in the opening quarter. Clement, quick throw to the outside. That one is dropped.
Oh, wow, right in Newberry's hands.
He was thinking about what he's going to do with it before he caught it.
Exactly. He was turning up to the sideline. He was getting up the field. He sure was. Did a little hitch route over here on the outside. Had the cushion there with the defensive back, and Clement made a good pass, but got to look those things in. The receiver coach will be talking about that Monday.
Perry on 2nd and 10. He's got a lot of room. Aiden Perry spins, and he might be pretty close to a first down. I think he might have it.
Yeah, I think Elizabethton thought he might have stepped out of bounds, and so it looked like a lot of players relaxed. And but no, he kept on going up the sideline to pick up a first down. You can see right here we got a trap play coming. Here pulls the guard, wraps around on the end. Great seal block inside. You talk about one happy offensive line coach. You pull the guy and he seals the defensive end inside. Oh, beautiful play there.
Sam Haney, an incomplete pass. The former head coach at Sullivan South. He's helping with the offensive line over here at Science Hill and has certainly quite a pedigree, known for his offensive lines over the years. And you can see it right there what he's doing at Science Hill.
Excellent. Hey, mark that down to show the guys how to do it.
How's that?
That's definitely a highlight film.
Incomplete pass there by Clement. So 2nd and 10 for Science Hill. Nyleek Anderson is the running back. He gets his first carry. Nice cut there by Nyleek Anderson, the junior running back.
Yeah, he made some guys just hesitate there that time. Great action out of his feet.
We have
getting on upfield, picking up a first down.
Player down, C.J. Mathis for Elizabethton. Will take a timeout as the training staff attends to Mathis. You're watching Friday Night Rivals.
I'm Mickey Bird, Senior Financial Advisor at Powell Valley Bank and Osaic Institutions. For nearly 20 years, I've helped simplify financial planning for families and business owners. From IRA accounts to 529s and investment accounts, including life insurance, annuities, and 401k plans, we'll create a plan that best fits your needs. Whether you're just starting your career, already retired, or somewhere in between, we'll be happy to help. Call us today to schedule an appointment at one of our 8 locations.
You've worked hard to build your career, your reputation, and your life.
But one accusation, one moment, can put it all in jeopardy.
At Spivey, King & Spivey, we defend professionals, business owners, and high-profile clients facing serious charges.
We protect more than your freedom. We protect your future.
Scan the QR code and add Spivey, King & Spivey to your phone.
You'll have the peace of mind knowing that if the unthinkable happens, your defense team is just one tap away. Spivey, King & Spivey.
Financial literacy is sponsored by Blackburn Childers and Stegall.
For over 60 years, Blackburn Childers and Stegall has been more than an accounting firm. We've partnered with families and businesses throughout our region to serve as a cornerstone of support. Today, we deliver the capabilities of a large firm, paired with a personalized service only a locally owned business can offer. Our team of professionals will soon be united under one roof at our new location in Gray, while continuing to serve you from our offices in Greenville and Boone. Blackburn Childers and Stegall, trusted for generations. With your success.
Welcome back to Science Hill. C.J. Mathis was able to leave the field there. Hopefully we'll see him back in the game soon. Science Hill did get a first down. Nyleek Anderson remains in the backfield. Science Hill very deep at the running back position. Anderson tries to make a cut, keeps those legs turning, but Elizabethton does a really good job there. A lot of white jerseys to the ball.
Yeah, both guys on the outside that time came in there and were able to get a piece of Curry in the backfield. Anderson, and bring him down for no gain. So, yeah, it's a great defensive play by Elizabethton. This right here is what you want if you're Elizabethton on first down. See both guys coming from the outside. Shut that play down.
Riley Jones and Kyler McGovern there for Elizabethton. Ian Mathis, his first time being in the backfield for Science Hill. Clement has plenty of time to throw. Checks it down. Good coverage on the play by Blevins.
Yeah, they started out with the trips to the wide side over there, and perfect coverage in the secondary. No one was open. Smart play by not throwing the ball into coverage. They need to sit down route over here on this right-hand side. You can see great coverage coming up there, knocking the ball away.
Really great coverage by that secondary because, Clement had plenty of time.
There was no one near him. Yeah, Blevins did a good job breaking that pass up.
3rd and 10. Clement, not sure if that was intended for that receiver, but it's going to be a nice gain of first down for Keenan McIntyre. But it looked like there were 2 toppers right around there.
Yeah, what you had, he was doing a drag pass across the middle, and it looked like a little wheel route going up the sideline. You'll see it right here. You got 2 guys that can catch the ball.
I don't think that was intended for him.
Great play. They just ended up there together.
Yeah, great camera work.
Yeah, excellent camera work as always.
A window world first down for Science Hill. Let's put it this way. On that replay, Clement was not looking at McIntyre. He was looking at Mathis. So it was either a no-look pass to McIntyre or that was intended for
Hey, I'm agreeing with you on that, Casey. It's just like, how did he get over there that fast? Yeah, he's there.
Either way, it is a Science Hill first down. They're on the move again. Mathis will get his first carry of the ball game. Ian Mathis down near the 35 of Elizabethton.
Another excellent job blocking by the offensive line there. Science Hill on that left-hand side there, getting up the field, picking up big positive yardage on first down. And hard-nosed running.
Second and 5 for Science Hill. Again, plenty of time for Clement all day. He's going deep for the end zone. Incomplete. Nice coverage by Elizabethton.
Excellent coverage in the secondary. With that 2-deep secondary, it might be confusing to Clement a little bit right now because he got open in between the corner. He did a set down in the corner did that time, but the safety still had him deep. There's nothing open. You can see he's right there with him.
Yeah. Tucker Taylor in coverage. Jabril Fain was the intended target. 3rd and 5. Back to the ground they go, and Aiden Perry, and he breaks through again. Aiden Perry turns on the Jets inside the 10 and 5, and he is down just short of the goal line, but there is a penalty marker.
I think we might get a hold back at the line of scrimmage. I'm not for sure. But he made an unbelievable move on the outside there when he cut back. We'll see here on the replay. Yeah, I think a little push in the back there by one of the wideouts.
Aiden Perry's got some speed to him.
He's got what a football coach would like to have out of a running back: speed and moves.
During the run, block in the back, 53, offense, 10-yard penalty, down remains third.
So a block in the back called against a lineman. They said 53. I think it might have been 7.
That definitely wasn't 53. He was pulling around, but no, that must have been a different number there.
So that takes a big gain. That ball would have been inside the 5-yard line, and now it's 3rd and 11.
So for this drive, they've been able to do it in probably 4-down territory where the ball is right now.
Setting up a screen here on 3rd and 11 to Perry. He's got a lot of white jerseys to get through. Elizabethton was ready for that one.
Did an awesome job getting past the lineman to get up there to make the tackle. And actually, I think he might have only gained a couple yards, but it's 4th down, and you're going to go for this. You don't want to punt it into the end zone.
The ball's at the 38-yard line. It's 4th and 7.
Is Coach Carter going to try it again and see if they jump off sides? Nope.
They go with
Went
quick snap
quicker
on
count.
4th and 7. Clement rolling out to the right, throws it back up. It's caught for the first down on 4th and 7. Darian Jackson.
Excellent. You can see right there were 3 defenders back there. He curled up between 2 of them, and Clement, you can just see right here, zips that ball in there, goes up, makes the catch, pulls it down. Another first down.
What a catch by Darian Jackson, the junior wide receiver, making a big play, a window world first down inside the Toyota red zone. Are the Toppers. They're going to throw another flag. A lot of laundry here early in the first quarter.
Yeah, coaches hope this doesn't happen, but that's probably another movement before the ball was snapped.
One thing I've noticed about Clement is he's very patient.
Oh, yeah, he's not in a hurry. Smooth. Looks really smooth. 6'4" and 210 pounds, and just rolling out there with, nobody around him. Just really smooth.
Stacey Carter told me when I talked to him earlier this week that when Clement was a freshman in high school in Wyoming, he was 5'7". Now he's almost 6'5" as a senior.
So he's been eating healthy.
1st and 15. It's going to be Mathis for Science Hill. He gets back inside the 20-yard line. A little slow to get up. We do have a Cyclone as well that's slow to get up. Good sportsmanship right there by Clement to help Lennox Loveday up for Elizabethton, and he's asking out of the ball game.
Not for sure what happened that time. Maybe he's holding his side there. Maybe got hit in the rib.
Officials were letting Loveday get off the sidelines there. Under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. It's going to be Mathis again. Mathis has some running room. He cuts back, and Ian Mathis in for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's another great move there by another running back from Science Hill. They had 6 in the box that time. Great blocking in the middle. He cut it to the outside.
A 17-yard touchdown run by Ian Mathis makes it 13-0 Science Hill.
When we look at this again, the coverage might have been man in the secondary that time on the outside over here. See, the safety was coming up trying to make the play. Mathis steps by and gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lockman's extra point makes it 14-0 Science Hill with 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
Versus the David Crockett Pioneers are Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. August 29th on the Tri-City CW, Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Local 538 Union Hall and Training Center.
Yeah.
Glad we got Jersey Mike's for the game.
Wait, does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
Yeah, it does. That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike, where the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what they're all about.
You on the cheer squad?
And up to see Dave. Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, don't worry about me. Focus on those subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
Welcome back to Johnson City, Tennessee. Science Hill leading Elizabethton 14-0. That last scoring drive for Science Hill. 15 plays, 91 yards. As you see the Sky 5 drone, powered by Steve Huff Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Thanks to Keith Roberts, Jason Hutchinson. Once again, our drone pilots for this season. And Science Hill's offense, a lot of penalties, but they were able to overcome each and every one of them.
Yeah, each time they were able to come up with a play, the offensive line give the quarterback time to throw the ball or open up the hole. Great running. You can't ask for more than what our offense did on that drive. Starting down inside your 15-yard line and taking the length of the field for a TD.
Carter Lockman been a busy man here in the first quarter. His third kickoff and third time going into the end zone. So now if you're Elizabethton, you had some success running the ball on your second possession before the drive stalled. Do you go back to the running game here?
I think we're going to see a run. But I think they got to mix it up some. Quick passing game. You know, on offense, they only have one offensive lineman back from last year. But so far, they've been doing a little rollout, short passes. We might see more of that, but I think you're going to see the big fullback again.
The offensive line, not as big as it was in previous years at Elizabethton. That was something during their state championship runs. They had offensive lines that were every bit of the 5, 6A size. Not quite that, but the trade-off is not as big, but they are a little quicker.
Yep. That's what's going on. And right now on the sideline, you got Coach Whitten out there. He's talking to the officials.
I wonder if there might be some, I hate to say it, but I don't know if there's lightning possibly within distance.
I'm sure the officials are somewhere in here. We might have an announcement here. The head official on the sideline looks like he might be talking to the booth. I think it is. You're right, Casey.
So that means at least a 30-minute delay to this game with lightning in the area. They're asking here's the policy. Every time there's a lightning strike, it's set a clock to 30 minutes. If 10 minutes passes and another lightning strike comes, that clock resets to 30. So they did ask everybody to leave the stands. The teams are going to the locker room. This lightning delay came with 1 minute, 40 seconds left in the first quarter, with Science Hill up 14-0. And we have not had a drop of rain here, but there was a lightning within the distance that they deemed not to be safe. So they're asking everybody to please exit. You see the Sky 5 drone is up. Beautiful shot here of the campus of Science Hill High School. There's Freedom Hall there in the distance where ETSU basketball plays, the tennis courts over there. A lot of people excited for the start of high school football, but that is something, unfortunately, when you play in August and September here in Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, weather is a factor.
Yeah, and right now you can see there's a lot of dark clouds, not just because it's getting nighttime, but a lot of dark clouds moving around us to the left side and behind us.
You heard the PA say the 30-minute delay, and that, again, that'll be if there are no lightning strikes. Again, just pulling up our News 5, Storm Track 5 weather app here. I do see some lightning bolts around the Piney Flats area. And hopefully it doesn't come this way, but you can see there looks like it is raining out towards back up towards the Bristol way there. So it'll be a 30-minute wait here before football resumes. They did put the clock on the scoreboard here and counted down. Already 2 minutes have passed, so now under 28 minutes with this delay.
Yeah, it looks like the rain's going around us, but like you said, lightning's in the area. So, yeah, I'm sure the coaches aren't happy about this, and I know the fans aren't happy about this. Just we'll have to wait and see.
They did ask everybody to clear out the stands. Certainly that will take some time.
Looking at the radar, looks like there's a pretty big storm in the Kingsport area. Don't know if it's moving this way. Doesn't seem like it's looking at it right now.
You have these teams, you know, they get ready. They're geared up. Game number one. They go through off-season workouts, spring practice, you know, summer camp. Then you get here game one and you get not even a quarter in and you're told to leave the field.
Yeah, that's it's not exciting for the players. Nobody wants to be in that locker room sitting and playing the waiting game.
Last year, we had a game, Greenville-Dobbins-Bennett, that was delayed at the start because of lightning. Again, it never rained a drop, but there was lightning within the area. So while we have some time, we're going to check out our Educator Spotlight.
Educator Spotlight is sponsored by UVA Wise.
I'm Jeremy Lively, and I'm on the beautiful campus of University of Virginia's College at Wise. And I'm joined today with Chancellor Donna Henry. And UVA Wise is this year's Friday Night Rivals Educator Spotlight sponsor. And you've got a lot going on, Chancellor. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at UVA Wise.
Certainly. This is a very exciting time of the year for us. As students come to campus, we greet them with Expedition, which is an extended orientation program. They learn about academic programs. They get to know about student activities. And we've had them out and about enjoying the college life and getting to know each other. So it's a very exciting time to be here.
So talk just a little bit about prospective students. I know a lot of families out there might be looking for that next step after high school. What do you hear? What kind of sense of feel or feedback do you get from students once they're actually on campus?
You know, I think students, when they come to UVA Wise, they feel the community atmosphere, which is something that really attracted me to come to the college. They also understand that when they come to UVA Wise, they have strong support for academics. So our students graduate with a very low debt. We've just finished a campaign in which we've raised funds for scholarships, which have actually broken some records at the college. So we're very excited about that opportunity and making college affordable for students.
Chancellor, thank you so much, and thank you to UVA Wise for being our Educator Spotlight sponsor for Friday Night Rivals.
Welcome back. We are in a lightning delay. Right now it is 14-0 Science over Elizabethton. A minute and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll show you some highlights of how we got to this point. Science Hill's defense on the first possession forced a 3-and-out by Elizabethton. And then when Science Hill got the ball, they used their ground game. And here's Aiden Perry, big touchdown run.
Yeah, you can see him just down the sideline, turned on the Jets, got in the end zone, easy 6.
And then Elizabethton on their second possession, they picked up a couple first downs on the ground, but would have to punt. And then later, Lane Clement, using his arm here, picks up a nice first down.
Yeah, that was that crossing route there that we were talking about. Did he see the receiver?
Here's a fourth down catch by Darian Jackson that would lead to this touchdown run here by Ian Mathis to make it 14-0. And then before they could kick it off, lightning was detected. Here is what the TSSAA lightning policy is. Anytime there's lightning within a certain distance of the stadium, automatic 30-minute delay. They ask people to clear every lightning strike. After that, the clock resets. There is some good news. Is so far, the clock has not reset. It is down to 23 minutes and 40 seconds. So it has been more than 7 minutes since we've had that lightning strike. So that is some good news. While we wait for at least another 23 minutes before we play, we're going to go to Spotlight on America, and then we'll be back once they resume here at Science Hill.